Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to my kitchen. What we're going to be doing today is pressure canning um, sausage with peppers and onions. And I've already got my chicken bouillon that is boiling. Okay, I used bouillon cubes and water. Okay, and I've got my stock pot over here that is heating up. I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to put my sausage in the stock pot and cook it through. That's what you have to do initially, okay? So that's what I'm going to do right now. And then once the sausage is cooked through, then you're going to add your peppers and your onions and cook that for about 10 minutes. I'm cooking about 5 pounds of sausage. I'm going to wash my hands. So this is just another ready-made meal that I wanted to get done today. Um, so I've got 5 pounds of sausage, 12 peppers, and this is how many pounds of onions? It doesn't say. I think this is 5 pounds of onions, but I won't be doing all 6 pounds of onions, but I won't be doing all 6 pounds, obviously. So let's get these rinsed off. So this is just something else that I wanted to get done with you today. Now, while I am cutting up my peppers, I have my jars soaking in hot soapy water to make sure they are good to go and being sterilized again. I'm not cutting up my peppers too small because when you cook them, they're only going to shrink anyways. So I'm cutting them like that size, okay? So I hope you guys are ready for Christmas. I am, but I'm not, you know. I just wanted to aim the camera down. I honestly I can't wait for it to be over. The holidays are just depressing. They're happy yet depressing because of the ones that have passed before us, you know? Oh, my son's home. When the FedEx truck gets parked on the front lawn. Yay. Okay, now I'm going to add in the peppers because I ran out of room. I'm going to add the peppers before I add the onions. Ooh, so many peppers. So many peppers. Actually ran out of room. So I'll let these cook down and then I'm going to cook. Then I'll I'll chop up the onions and then put those in. And then we'll get the canner water ready. I need a bigger stock pot. That's what my problem is. It smells amazing, I will say that. All right. Now let's get to cutting the onions. Scissors. Okay, son. You took the scissors. Again. God. I hate peeling onions. It's the one thing I can't stand. Ugh. Already my nose. My nose always waters and my eyes always tear. Never fails. There is no way I'm cutting 6 pounds of onions. Not today, Satan. So I was thinking, for my next video, I think I would like to do a video on prepping kosher foods. And the reason is this. You know I certainly do. But do you guys have in your family or your circle of friends Jewish brothers and sisters? If the shite were to hit the fan, they're not going to stray from their belief system and the way that they eat. You know that, right? So I'm going to do some research and figure it out I'm going to call some of my family members and figure out, the ins and outs of kosher eating. So if that's something that you guys would like to know about, let me know. Because they don't eat much differently than we do. I will say that. But it's the preparation of food. Did you know that in Jewish households, especially strict Jewish households, they have 2 stoves? And the reason behind having these 2 stoves is because they will not cook meat on the same stove that they cook, say, non-perishables on. That's right. And I did not know this. And I became interested in knowing a lot of these things after I read the Torah. So I think it's worthwhile the getting to know the know-how of kosher eating. I really do. They don't eat pork at all. You know that? Not at all. So I know they eat rabbit. I do know that. They eat chicken, stuff like that. I just think that it would be an interesting subject to touch on. That's all. But yeah, they don't cook on the same stove. They cook on 2 different stoves. One is for meat. The other is for everything else, pretty much. I didn't know if you knew that. I didn't know that. And I have relatives that are Jewish. I'm not doing all 6 pounds. This is ridiculous. No kidding. My gosh. All right, now we are going to start to fill our jars. Woo! What a job this one is. Okay, so if you could see the peppers, the onions, the sausage, okay? And then I've got my chicken stock over here. Now, you're going to want to debubble as much as you possibly can with this, okay? And try to, I'm filling up a sink full of soapy water so I can put my implements in there after I use them. And try to not put grease in your jars because it's going to be a biznitch, especially when you're canning. Okay, so make sure you have everything that you need. Make sure your canner has the right amount of water. So, and make sure that it is heating up while you are filling your jars. So it's one less thing that you have to wait on. So let's get going. All right. One inch of headspace. Debubble. This is going to be one heck of a meal in a jar. Put this over either some rice or some pasta. That's going to be one heck of a meal in a jar. No joke. Okay, so on to the next one. And I made a lot. So you know what? Guess what Sean and Andrew and the Chidgen will be eating for dinner tonight. Yes, because I'll tell you, after a day of canning, Mom gets tired. Mom gets tired, and Mom doesn't want to do anything else, especially when I can. I make one heck of a mess in the kitchen, and my floors after, because I clean my house every day, and my floors are a mess, so I have to clean the floors again. So I have to re-clean the kitchen after I already cleaned it today, because I don't like to cook or can or do anything unless my kitchen is completely clean. And yeah, so guess what the family's having for dinner tonight? Yeah. And I don't care if they like it or not. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, buddy. That's beautiful. Like I said in a previous video, doing these meals in a jar, I feel, not just as a mom, as a grandmom, as a wife, as a prepper, I feel more accomplished. Because God forbid anything were to happen, okay? I know that my family will be able to just go, you know what? Mom, grandmom, my wife, she made these, pop the top, heat it up. We're not hungry. And that makes me feel a-okay, you know? And I think that any wife, any mom, any grandmom, any aunt, you know, I think that that just makes us feel more accomplished. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I know for certain that it makes me feel more accomplished as a mom, as a grandmom, as an aunt, and as a prepper. Oh, overflow. And not for nothing, but I really hope that these videos really help everyone in the community, because, you know, we could talk about what's going on in the world all we want, but what is that really going to accomplish? That's only going to scare the shite out of all of us. Yeah, that gives us more of a reason to prepare, but what are we doing to prepare? Well, this is what we're doing to prepare. I'm showing you what I'm doing to prepare. So I'm hoping that this will light a fire under your arse to prepare. And I'm not saying this to you as a content creator. I'm saying this to you as a friend. Because that's what I am. I'm a friend. I'm not just a face on a screen. I'm really not. You know, I've spoken to a lot of you guys on the phone through text message, email. Shoot. I'm human just like you guys are. I have worries. I have doubts just like you guys do. I have a huge family just like you guys do, you know? And because there's a lot of grease in with this, because of the sausage and all, you're going to make sure that you really make sure that the rims and all are really, really clean with the vinegar. Okay, please, because if not, it's not going to seal, and then you're going to have one big mess, and you don't need that. Not after you go through all this, and then you have a mess, and nothing seals, and then you're just like, and then you throw up your hands, and you're like, what the hell did I do all that for? You know what I mean? So, all right, cool beans. One last jar. Ooh. All right. Let me clean up a little bit and I'll be right back. All right, now let's do the rims, okay? And make sure you do the sides of the jars too. Not the sides, but the sides around where the rims are. Got to make sure those are clean too. And then put a lid on, hand tight. And like I said, make sure it's really clean with the vinegar because, of the grease from the sausage. Oi. Jeez, these jars are hot. Oi. Yeah, that was good. Try that again. Putting a ring on without a lid. There you go. One more, one more. Oh, that was good. Try that again. Right in the jar. Jeez. All right. Now we got to get these guys in. Why does that keep happening? And I'm going to double decker it because that's my new favorite thing to do. Ooh, it's hot. Now, pints. 75 minutes. Quarts. 90 minutes. Okay? So, at my elevation, I am 10 pounds. I don't know what your elevation will be, but the general consensus is 10 pounds. And it's 75 minutes or 90 minutes for quarts and pints. Once your pressure builds up, because you will need to have steam come out of this here. Okay, what I have my finger on. It's like a little spout for 10 minutes. Then you're going to put your weight or your wobbler on there. And then this, which is called the nipple, will pop up. Pop. That's when your pressure will start to go up. Once it hits 10 minutes, your weight or your wobbler will start to go. That's when you put your heat down on your stove to medium low for 75 minutes for pints, 90 minutes for quarts. Okay? And I will be back with the finished product. Okay, now for the finished product. Now remember, lift the lid away from you, okay? And here it is. Looks wonderful. Another ready-made meal in a jar. All right, guys. That's all for this video. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less. Happy holidays. Ciao.